In my opinion segment, Beyond the Championship, exploring the underrated value of mid-card titles. I will make a bold claim here. Forget everything you thought you knew about wrestling titles. The real backbone of any wrestling promotion isn't always its world champion. It's the mid-card championships. These often overlooked titles are where the magic happens. They elevate future stars, fueling compelling stories, and deliver the kind of consistent drama that keeps the fans invested week after week. Today, we're breaking down why these belts aren't just secondary. They're essential to the very fabric of professional wrestling. So, why are there mid-card titles? Well, first of all, talent development. Mid-card titles are the ultimate stepping stone for future main event stars. They serve as a proving ground where rising talent can demonstrate they have the charisma, in-ring ability, and storytelling chops to carry bigger responsibilities. These championships aren't just placeholders, they're auditions for greatness. Historically, the Intercontinental Championship has been called the workhorse belt because so many future legends used it as a launch pad. The Rock perfected his mic skills and character work during his IC run in the late 90s. Bret Hart delivered technical masterpieces as Intercontinental Champion, which paved the way for his world title reigns. Shawn Michaels and Triple H also used mid-card titles to transition from promising talents to main event icons. Fast forward to today, Gunther's record-breaking Intercontinental title, 666 days, didn't just make him dominant, it established him as a future world champion and a cornerstone of Raw. Austin Theory leveraged his U.S. title run to evolve his heel persona and position himself as one of WWE's most talked about young stars at the time. Damian Priest's U.S. title reign in 2021 helped him move from NXT newcomer to a credible main roster player, eventually leading to his Money in the Bank win. These reigns show that mid-card titles are not consolation prizes, they're developmental platforms that shape WWE's future. Without them, the pipeline to the main event would be broken and emerging talents would struggle to gain traction. So here's a historical fact. The Intercontinental title debuted in 1979 with Pat Patterson as the first champion. Many Hall of Famers like Randy Savage, The Ultimate Warrior, Edge held mid-card titles before becoming world champions. John Cena's U.S. Open Challenge in 2015 elevated multiple stars, including Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, proving how a mid-card belt can create breakout moments. Another point that for mid-card titles is storyline depth. Mid-card championships are the lifeblood of WWE's storytelling structure. While the world title feud often dominates the headlines, these secondary belts create parallel narratives that keep programming dynamic and engaging. They allow writers to craft layered storylines, giving fans multiple reasons to tune in beyond the main event. Historically, the Intercontinental Championship has been the centerpiece of some of WWE's most compelling stories. Jericho vs. Mysterio in 2009 was a masterclass in storytelling. Mask versus title, personal stakes, incredible matches that captivated fans. Go back further to Randy Savage versus Ricky Steamboat at WrestleMania 3, a feud built on betrayal and revenge that culminated in one of the greatest matches of all time. In recent years, mid-card titles have continued to deliver unforgettable narratives. Gunther versus Sheamus in 2022, their feud over the IC title gave us one of the most brutal hard-hitting match in WWE history at Clash at the Castle. It wasn't just about the belt, it was about pride, toughness, and respect. Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor in 2018, their IC title rivalry produced technical classics and elevated Raw's mid-card during a time when the Universal title was often absent. And again, John Cena's US Open Challenge in 2015, this wasn't just a gimmick, it was a storyline that turned the US title into a weekly attraction, delivering dream matches against Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Cesaro. These feuds prove that mid-card championships aren't fillers, they're engines for creativity. They allow for personal grudges, redemption arcs, and battles for respect that often feel more authentic than world title feuds dominated by part-time stars. So who held the most Intercontinental Championship? Well, there's a lot of rumors surrounding that guy, and it's Chris Jericho with 9. The Intercontinental title has headlined multiple pay-per-views, including SummerSlam 1992 with Bret Hart versus the British Bulldog at Wembley Stadium in England. The United States has been used to launch major storylines, including Cena's rise in 2004 and his Open Challenge revival in 2015. It is also a workhorse recognition. Mid-card titles often go to the wrestlers who embody consistency, reliability, and technical excellence. The workhorses of WWE. These are the performers who may not always headline WrestleMania, but they deliver night after night, ensuring fans they get high-quality matches every week. For many fans, these mid-card bouts often steal the show, proving that prestige isn't always about the top belt, it's about performance. Historically, the Intercontinental Championship has been synonymous with workhorse champions. Mr. Perfect, Bret Hart. They elevated the belt with technical clinics that set the standards for in-ring excellence. In the 2000s, Shelton Benjamin, very, very, very underrated, brought athleticism and innovation to his Intercontinental Championship reign, creating unforgettable moments. In recent years, WWE has continued this tradition. Dolph Ziggler's multiple Intercontinental US title reigns cemented his reputation as one of WWE's most dependable performers. His matches against The Miz at No Mercy 2016 was a career highlight. Cesaro, while never a world champion, and that's a shame, his US title reign showcased his unmatched strength and technical skills. Ricochet's Intercontinental title run in 2022 brought high-flying excitement back to Raw, delivering matches that thrilled fans. Sami Zayn, during the pandemic era, proved he could carry storylines and deliver compelling promos even without live crowds. And Shinsuke Nakamura's multiple IC reigns added depth to his WWE tenure, reminding fans of his strong style roots. These champions represent the backbone of WWE programming, and they keep the mid-card vibrant and ensure that every show has matches worth watching, even when the world title picture is dominated by part-time stars. So brand stability. Mid-card championships are the structural backbone of WWE programming. They ensure that every show, Raw, SmackDown, and even premium live events has multiple layers of competition beyond the world title picture. Without these belts, WWE would risk becoming one-dimensional with only one storyline dominating the spotlights. These titles create balance across brands, especially during brand split eras. When the WWE Championship or Universal title is tied up in a single feud, mid-card belts like the Intercontinental and US keep other talent relevant and give fans compelling reasons to watch. They also provide a platform for mid-tier stars to shine, preventing roster stagnation and keeping the product fresh. So why is this important? WWE has one of the largest rosters in wrestling history. Without secondary championships, dozens of talented performers would drift aimlessly and fan engagement would suffer. Mid-card titles act as anchors for weekly programming, ensuring that every episode has meaningful stakes, even when the world champion is a part-time attraction. The U.S. title originated in NWA in 1975 with Hardy raised as its inaugural champion. So there was a lot of Hall of Famers that are former U.S. champions as well. And finally, fan engagement and legacy. Mid-card titles aren't just props. They're symbols of history and prestige that hardcore fans deeply respect. The Intercontinental Championship, for example, is synonymous with technical excellence and unforgettable matches. Savage Steamboat at WrestleMania 3 is still hailed as one of the greatest matches ever. Michaels and Razor Ramon in the first ladder match at WrestleMania 10 revolutionized wrestling. These moments cemented the Intercontinental Championship as the workhorse belt. Fans also loved the nostalgia factor when Cody Rhodes brought back the classic white Intercontinental belt design in 2011. It sparked excitement because it connected the present to WWE's golden era. Similarly, John Cena's US Open Challenge turned a mid-card belt into a fan favorite attraction, delivering dream matches weekly. Today, Gunther's record-breaking Intercontinental Champions has reignited debates about the greatest champions of all time, proving that these titles still matter. They're not consolation prizes, they're badges of honors that fans associate with quality wrestling. So here's the bottom line. Mid-card titles aren't secondary. They're foundational. They build stars, deepen stories, reward excellence, stabilize brands, and connect fans to wrestling's rich history. Without them, the sport would lose its heartbeat. Now, I want to hear from you. Which mid-card title reign is your favorite? Was it Savage's classic Intercontinental run, Cena's US Open Challenge, or maybe Gunther's historic Intercontinental run? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's keep this conversation going.